What's up? What's up, everybody? We back with another episode of Moving the Needle. And yes, we got a new name change. We were
What's this, like the third or fourth one, right?
man, it's like the fourth one. I mean, we change the name every week, man.
Like it.
Yeah, we change the name every week, man.
That's becoming our thing. Like
It
we might
is,
as well
it
keep it
is.
going. Like keep every few weeks to switch it up.
Yeah. Gotta find something that stick. Man.
That's the next name right there. Something that sticks.
Something that. Oh yeah, there it goes. There it goes.
Check him out.
Yeah, there it goes. Well, we live with another episode, doing a little sports talk and debate. So we got Stack back with us, Steve making his triumphant return or untriumphant, just depending on one's point of view.
I know how you look at it.
What y'all got for us?
Man, hey, listen, Stack City from the Trey 4, you know what I mean? Just come to win. Even when we're not debating, even when we're just talking information, I feel like my information is better. So I just want to win. You know what I mean? That's all I'm about.
About that dub. He's about that dub.
All jokes aside, man, I'm ready for a great episode.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Likewise. Yeah, I hate I missed last week, man, but you know what I'm saying? I had things to do and stuff like that, but I'm back. Ready to rock, man. Provide this info. You know what I mean? Let's get it.
Yeah, well, we're glad to have you back, man. Glad to have you back. So, well, let's jump right into it, people.
Yes, sir.
All right. As you guys all know, NBA free agency is in high gear. And we kicked it off with a bunch of signings that were probably discussed under the table, by the way. What were the best and the worst moves for you guys so far? And Steve, start us off. Welcome back.
All right. Let's get it. Kick it off. I'm going to say Fred VanVleet leaving the Toronto Raptors and relocating down south to the Houston Rockets. Fred signed a 3-year, $130 million contract. And I feel like that's what the Rockets need down there with all them kids they got. They got a lot of kids down there. They got a new coach. What's the dude's name? Udoka. They used to coach with the Celtics. He came down there. So I feel like he's trying to get him a little bit of leadership. You know what I'm saying? With Fred VanVleet. I think they signed another veteran, Jeff Green. They signed Dylan Brooks. They just signed Dylan Brooks too. I think his contract is a little bit cheaper. Yeah, I mean, they've been going pretty hard. You know what I mean? And they got a lot of kids. They got Jalen Green. I know they got what's the dude named Jabari Smith?
Kevin Porter. Oh yeah, Jabari.
AP. Yeah. They got some kids,
and
bro.
I got a kid that just drafted.
Amen.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
They are loaded.
Cam Whitmore, you know what I mean?
Cam Whitmore,
yeah. They got another kid, Jason Tate, who when he got opportunity, he was eating. And I ain't even gonna mention the center. The center is Alperen Sengun. I don't know if y'all heard of that kid, but I think he's gonna be that's one of them. I ain't gonna say he's gonna be Jokic, but he's one of those type of players that kind of do it all. You know what I mean? So I feel like they, that was the key ingredient right there. That Fred VanVleet getting that leadership, that nice little all-star down there. You know what I mean? He can move them in the right direction. Do you want me to go ahead and do worse also, or do you know what I'm saying? You want me to do best right now?
Yeah, we'll cycle around best. Around best.
Okay, cool.
And then we'll come back through. Who's your best stat? What was your best move?
I thought we talked about this last week, huh?
Not a free agency.
Oh, free agency, not trades.
Yeah. Not trades.
But you said the best moves, right?
Yeah.
The best moves.
Yeah, best and worst.
Can I do a trade? Or does it have to be something that came after free agency?
Something that came after free agency. Yeah, once it opened up.
Like a free agent signing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like Steve said, FVV.
I mean, most of them just went down a couple days ago. So yeah.
All right. I had something else in mind. I guess I didn't read the rules. I wasn't paying attention to the rules. So if you got one while I think, Vaughn, you know what I mean? Go ahead while I think about this real quick.
Yeah. All right. So my best move.
Yeah.
Free agency so far. I do agree with Steve that the Rockets had one of the top moves with FVV because he adds that veteran presence to a young team. But my favorite move had to be, drum roll please, Brook Lopez re-signing with the Bucks. That's huge to me. Like, my man is a rim protector. He spaces the floor. He's not the best rebounder, but he, adds a little offensive punch. He makes you respect his game. So him re-signing with the Bucks, like, that is the best move of free agency to me, because without him, they fall apart. They don't have no backup center. I mean, they have Bobby Porters, but he's not a rim protector. He's going to get you a bucket. He's going to play physical and get in the other team's head. But he don't do what Brook Lopez does. So the Bucks have so far won free agency to me. The Lakers have made some good moves too. We made some really good moves, but the Bucks have won so far.
Come on, with Vincent.
Vincent. They
bringing back Reeves.
Yeah, Reeves. Who else did they add? Reeves, Vincent. They re-signed Rui, D'Angelo.
Oh, they bought everybody back there.
Yeah, yeah. We added the kid from New Orleans, the center, Jackson something.
Jackson Hayes.
Jackson Hayes. Yeah.
Oh, okay, the wild hair dude.
Yeah. So yeah, we Lakers have loaded up too, man. But I really like Brook Lopez. Well, to me, he was probably the best player available, man. I love this game. FVV is solid, but I mean, I love FVV. He won me a fantasy title a couple years ago.
Hey, give me a second. I'll be right back.
Yeah. He won me a fantasy title a few years ago, but I gotta go with Brook Lopez, man.
Got you. Yeah. And I don't know. A lot of the moves where people were coming back, coming back home or re-signing. I don't know. I guess I kind of glossed over him, but that's a pretty important one. I feel like he's essential to that team, and let kind of Giannis do what he got to do. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. That's a real nice piece. What do you think about that LaMelo signing? LaMelo signing for that big max. You know what I mean?
Man, don't get me started on that, because I'm of the ilk where I don't like overpaying players and strapping your cap. So with LaMelo getting paid the max, after 3 years in the league and most of it's been on the bench, hey, I'm against it.
You're against that, just that big contract. But what about that money that he's bringing in? Just that money he bringing in, to the city, just with his endorsements and just that. I don't know, man. I feel like it's a lot of other stuff that these GMs be thinking about, when they do those big max contracts and stuff like that. Because I mean, Melo, he got the internet, he got the social media aspect. He just got that drip. You know what I mean? He gonna bring a lot of the young. He's gonna bring a whole lot of the young followers into the NBA and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Just with his flash and his flashy style and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So I feel like they kind of considering that too. But you're right. I mean, he done missed a whole lot of time.
A ton of games. A ton of games.
Big Stack.
Yeah.
What's up, Big Dog? Yeah, I was trying to feel a little bit. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Did you get something?
No, I didn't get nothing.
Come on, all right, let's keep it moving.
I got something, but I didn't get nothing.
Oh, okay. So what's the biggest move there? What we looking at?
Vaughn, what was my answer for last week when it came to the trades?
Who was
I'll give you a hint. I give you a hint, bro.
Who is it?
Oh, the Trey. You talking about the Trey? Ain't he bringing it full circle, ain't he?
Oh, CP3.
Yeah, come on, man.
Oh,
The biggest signing is Draymond back with the Warriors. What we talking
Oh.
about?
Oh, Dre. Oh, okay.
Oh,
okay,
bro.
What we talking about?
Okay.
But
Come on, man. Draymond back with the Warriors. What we talking about? So the core is back.
It's
There
back.
was rumors and whispers that he could potentially be going somewhere else, whether it be with LeBron or whatever the case may be. But ultimately, they shipped your boy Jordan Poole up out of there. He's gone. And they got Draymond that deal that was a little closer number-wise to what he was looking for. What, 4 years, $100 million?
100.
Yeah, so we got the band is back.
overpay, gross overpay.
The band is back. We got Steph back. Clay, Steph's still there. He didn't go anywhere. Clay's still there. He didn't go anywhere. They got Draymond back. They added CP3. They still got Wiggins. Still got Looney. Still got Moody. Still got Kuminga. Man, we loading up to make another run at it. And
In what universe?
My boy CP3 just gonna make life easier. Now you
In
got
what
two
universe?
people. You got two high IQ passers. You know what I mean? Like two people who are gonna make it easier for those other guys to create to get shots, to get points. And like I said last week, CP3 just gonna help extend the career of guys like Steph and Clay. And Draymond gonna do what Draymond do. You know what I mean? We know what he do. He gonna keep doing it. You know what I mean? So the biggest signing is the re-sign. Like you went with Lopez back to Milwaukee.
Mm-hmm.
Give me Draymond back to Golden State. The band's back. We're gonna go at it again. You know what I mean? We're gonna make another run. And Steph gonna get number 5. He's gonna get number 5.
In what universe?
Yeah, he's gonna pass LeBron.
In what universe?
And his legacy is continuing to rise. You know what I mean? While Bronze is on the descent, his is still on the upward trajectory.
Hey, notice you're the only one wearing the cap.
What they got to do with anything?
Because what you just said was 110% cap.
Yeah.
Man, listen, the
You
Warriors.
couldn't wait to get that one off.
I couldn't wait, man. I couldn't wait. The Warriors dynasty is over. Like, you got 35-year-old Draymond. You got 38-year-old CP3. You got 35 with 2 bum ankles. Steph, you got injured knee and injured ACL, injured knee and Achilles. Clay.
Achilles too.
Hey, you got a lot of unproven guys on the bench, man. Like, they are done. Stick a fork in those boys. Stick a fork in them, man. We can mark this right now. They are done. Like, I don't see them doing anything. Yeah.
We got another one in us, brother.
Said they got one more.
Y'all done.
Yeah, we got another one in. It's coming.
The teams are too strong.
It's coming.
Granted, Denver.
We are in the West. We are definitely the biggest threat to Denver.
No way. Yeah. No way.
We're definitely the biggest threat to Denver.
No way. I would say
especially with the addition of CP3.
That don't hashtag move the needle. That don't move the needle.
And we picked up that guard in the draft. The guy that's named Brandon something. Shooter. Another
dude
shooter
from Indiana.
Hold on.
I know you're talking about the left hand dude. The one
Santa Clara. He's from Santa Clara.
Oh, him. Bro, Ricky's like, he's not an impact rookie. He probably won't even get off the
bench. We don't need him to be. Did you hear all the names I just named?
Yeah.
Clay, CP3,
they passed their prime. We don't need them. We don't need them to be an impact rookie. We're
not looking for an impact rookie. We need him to come off the bench, give us a few solid minutes if he's ready. If he's not ready, we still got guys waiting in the wings that's going to make that next step forward. We coming.
Good luck, man, because y'all boys are done, man.
We coming.
We talked about the best moves of free agency. What do y'all think is the worst move?
All right, let me just say this. Dennis Schroeder, who played with the Lakers last year, who I thought was, he was okay. He signed with the Raptors. I think he just signed. I mean, it wasn't a like huge contract. 2 years, like 26 million, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And like I'm supposing he's supposed to be replacing Fred VanVleet.
Yeah.
And like I just don't feel like he's a good fit. I feel like VanVleet kind of slowed like Siakam, OG, Anunoby. He kind of slowed them boys down and kind of got them into like that, that offense and stuff like that. I just don't feel like Schroeder is a good fit with that. But I mean, I don't know. I guess you got like it's the whole like heritage thing. Like you got Siakam and like I said, OG Anunoby. Like I feel like those boys are like of African descent and stuff like that. I don't know if this got anything to do with it, but this is kind of connection that I kind of made. You know what I mean? Like Siakam is, he's from Cameroon. He's Cameroonian, and then OG is from Nigeria, and then you got your boy. He's got that Gambodian. That Gambodian like descent. So I feel like they might be able to connect on that type of level. But as far as like a fit with the Raptors, I don't know. That's a tough one to me. You know what I mean? So I feel like he might be the worst move. Bringing him in, trying to fill that void that VanVleet left. I feel like they might be in tank mode, or maybe they just gonna like start fire sale. Like it might be time for Siakam to go. You know what I'm saying? Finally, and they might just kind of be rebuilding. So it's possible too.
Yeah.
But that's the one I see.
I think so too. That was kind of like a weird pickup for them because it kind of stunts the growth of Scotty Barnes.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
he does it all, man.
Playing
like
that point, trying to do that. That pip and roll. Yeah, that's a good point.
Stack, you got a squad for us?
Yeah, give me that. I like the signing of Fred VanVleet to the Rockets. I'm not necessarily a big fan of the signing of Dylan Brooks to the Rockets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, that's a good point. Yeah.
I don't know if that's what they need.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, unless we're gonna get a completely different Dylan Brooks. If we get the Dylan Brooks we just got from Memphis, that ain't the type of influence that them young boys need. Like Brown said, they're basically running. Like Brown said, they're basically running a daycare down there. It's an after-school program where they roll the balls out and got a bunch of kids playing 21.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then they bring in a veteran. They bring in the kids playing 21. They bring in this old guy who should have been better than what he was, but because of this, that, and the third, he got caught up in the influences around him. Thought he was what he wasn't, and you wonder what this guy's doing there. That's Dylan Brooks, man. It'll be interesting. If nothing else, I think it'll be interesting to see how that goes. I mean, you bring in a solid guy like Fred VanVleet, then you bring in Dylan Brooks, and then you got a bunch of kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, no disrespect to them, but they're all young, trying to find their way. And if we get the Dylan, so I hope we get a better Dylan Brooks.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Like that contract was a 4-year, $80 million.
Yeah,
for 80.
Like, that's like superstar money. That's superstar money.
Yeah, like and Dylan Brooks has a track. Like Dylan Brooks, what was that? What school did he come out of? Was that Oregon?
Oregon.
He played for?
Yeah.
Oregon. Dylan Brooks he had some like issues at Oregon. You know what I mean? Not quite the issues he had in the league, but like he wasn't necessarily a choir boy at Oregon either.
Right.
In college. You know what I mean? So like it's continued in the league and it's gone up even more. And now you put them on a squad where they got a bunch of young guys looking for leadership.
Yeah.
From solid veterans. And you just paid this man $80 million.
$80 million.
Saying we want you to be one of those solid veterans that these guys follow.
Dude, I saw that and I was like, I needless to say, I
stood out.
Yeah. I was like, wait, what? Like he's a volume shooter. Like he's not efficient at all. $80 million, man. I mean, that's the player. Like there's players every year that get that contract. And Dylan Brooks was it this year for sure.
And then you got a bunch of guys on the team that's already volume guys.
Kevin Porter,
Jalen Green.
Jalen Green. Yeah.
That's a good point. I didn't think about that. So they're gonna need some nice leadership to, get them boys, especially Kevin Porter. I say Green is, I don't know. I just feel like KP, he needs some steering in the right direction.
And I'll tell you another one. And I mentioned this guy a few weeks back. Not a lot of people don't really know about him like that. But I mentioned him a few weeks back when we talked about a topic of college players that could potentially make a big impact, but they weren't necessarily on people's radar. And that's Cam Whitmore. Like, he played for Villanova. He was hurt, I believe, at the beginning of the season. So people didn't really get to see like a full season of him. And he was a one and done. Loads of potential. Like, I think he could be an impact player on this level. He got everything you need, but he's young. He was a one and done, so he's like 20 years old, 19, 20 years old. But he's a talented player though. Talented player, like right up there, and like talent wise with your Jalen Greens and your Porters and your Parkers and whatever. But he's right up there.
Okay. All right. Well, my worst contract, and this is an easy one. Who's that?
I said I meant Smith.
Smith.
Jabari
Jabari Smith. Oh, yeah.
I said Parker, like Jabari Parker.
Oh yeah. I remember that.
Yeah. Well, he just signed with somebody too, didn't he? I saw his name pop up in a rumor in news. Yeah, he signed with somebody.
I don't even remember who was the last team he was on. Was it the Bucks?
Boston. I think it was Boston.
Was it Boston?
Yeah.
He kind of just faded away.
Yeah, those knee injuries, man.
Yeah, that gets you.
But my worst contract, and this was an easy one. This was even easier than the Dylan Brooks contract.
Brooks.
Mm-hmm. This is going to go down even worse than Russell Westbrook's Supermax. And that was Kyrie Irving's $126 million contract. Why? Why would you pay him $120 million? Why?
How many years?
3 years. Wait, I think it was 3 years. But
at least, like, and I know what you're gonna say about Kyrie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's a lot to say. But at least he has $126 million worth of talent.
Yeah.
Kyrie got talent. Yeah.
Dylan Brooks, I don't know that he has $80 million worth of talent.
See, the thing with Kyrie is like, 3 year, $126 million. Like he performs when he plays for the most part, like offensively at least. But man, he just such an enigma off the floor, man. Like,
oh yeah, it's a head case,
dude. Like that is that like. I thought Mark Cuban was a shark. And he's looking more like a baby goldfish with this signing. Because this don't make no sense, man. Like, after all, like he's a culture destroyer, man. Like, look at the teams he's been on. If you look, like, and I'm not just making this up, like every team that he's on, like, it's a steady descent. All right, look at Cleveland. Look at Boston.
But Cleveland got a ring though.
Then he got a ring in Cleveland. Yeah, he did. But what happened after the ring? He wanted
his own show.
He wanted his own show, and there you go. Like, he was proving that he's not the type of player to carry a team.
No,
he's a Robin. Kyrie Irving is a Robin. He's fun to watch, but he's a Robin. And so Brooklyn and now Dallas, like, they were in the West Finals last year, and then this past season they didn't even make the play-in. So
yeah,
he's not like the type of player. Like, the only player that I would pay $50 million a year to, and probably actually two players. No, hold on, I rephrased that. Maybe like 4 or 5 guys. You got LeBron, Steph, Giannis, those type of guys. Like, those are the only players that I'm gonna pay $40-50 million a year to. The other guys, just because they're gonna put fans in the stands, like, it's a bad value. It's a bad value for the money. And Kyrie he's gonna end up worse than the Russell Westbrook contract. I'm saying it now.
That's a
You
tough
guys have
one.
anything else?
You don't feel, you must feel like he's not going to finish out the contract. I mean, even if he finishes out that contract with, I mean, I understand what you're saying with like Dallas is just not a better team than they was like last year. Like with Kyrie, like I feel like with the pieces they lost and like the defense and all that stuff, like with that team versus this team, they're just not a better team. But I feel like Kyrie is gonna go out there and get you, 25 points, man. Like he gonna go out there and, be inefficient probably. They're gonna get you 25. I feel like he can earn the contract if that's just what they want. It's like, I don't know, to let Luka rest or whatever it is. Like if that's what they're looking for, like then I mean, I feel like he'll, fulfill the contract unless he gets injured. I feel like, just that money right there in the NBA nowadays, like I don't even feel like it's that much, to be honest. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. That's like you said, Cuban. I guess that's just what he's looking for. You know what I mean? I don't know. They're not about to win nothing like that.
No way.
I mean, what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. They wasting Luka. They're wasting the Luka years, I guess.
He's gonna be like upset, like because this year, like there's gonna legit be like no D in Dallas for real. They got a rookie. They got a rookie protecting the rim, a rookie rim protector. Javale McGee might still be there, but bro, they're gonna get destroyed. Luka don't play D. Yo, it's gonna be a crap show in Dallas, man. Crap show.
And they minutes guys. Those are big. Those are big minutes guys. Him and Kyrie gonna get 35 to 40 apiece. You know what I mean? So, however they stagnate or whatever. Like, it don't really matter. They're gonna be weak on defense
for sure.
No
D in Dallas. No D in Dallas.
I can't argue with that.
Yeah.
If I could, I would, but I can't.
Dude, it's incomprehensible, man. I'm like, as soon as I saw it, I was like, wait, what? Okay, I'm done. Y'all deserve to go 10 and 60. 72, whatever.
I don't think it's gonna be that bad, but I get your point.
It's gonna be that bad, bro.
All right. Up next. All right, it's been in the rumor mill for a while now. Wooly or Woney, and he did. Dame Time officially requested a trade from the Blazers. Where will he end up? And Stack, go ahead and start something.
He going to the Heat, man. That's where he want to go. That's where he gonna end up. They might have to pull a third team into it, but he going to the Heat. And I think it'll be a good look for him. I think it'll be a good look for the Heat. A change of scenery, new motivation, re-energized and ready to go with a team that can get there. Like a team with culture, a team with coaching, and a team with pieces. You know what I mean? So, like, I think it'll be a good look for him. Like, for the Heat, too. To have Dame, to have Caleb Martin, to have Jimmy Butler, to have Bam. Like, I think it'd be a good look, bro. So, I think the Heat, they've already proven they can get there, a couple of times. So you add a big piece like him, bring Kyle Lowry off the bench, get your boy back. Tyler Hero back? Get you. What's my other boy that was hurt this year?
I don't think he's going to be back. Hero. It's either Hero.
Yeah, Hero going to be part of that.
Sure.
You think so?
Yeah, he's going to be part of that. Who you talking about that was hurt?
Victor Oladipo.
Depot gone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he going back to OKC.
Oh, he's gone already?
Yeah, I think okay. I think they sent him back to OKC. I want to say.
Yeah, they gave him the boot.
Well, listen. Even without Hero, I still think it's an upgrade to get Dame.
Yeah.
I know they lost Max Strus, and I know they lost Gabe Vincent.
That was a huge one. Max Strus was a huge one.
And they losing potentially Tyler Hero. But
it'll be different.
Yeah.
You never know. They might not lose Hero. We've seen crazier things happen.
There's no way they can pull off a Dame trade.
It'd be Hero. I think it'd be Hero or Bam. I think it's gonna have to be one of those. Two.
But it's not gonna be a one. It's gonna be another team involved.
Three teams.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna
So
be 3
somebody
things.
would have to take the brunt of that if they can keep that core together.
Mhm.
Somebody gonna have to pay it. They got to pay a handsome. You know what I mean? Like that's gonna be a lot.
Yeah.
If the Heat is not gonna give up like Duncan
not gonna-
Robinson and like you know what I mean, like some players like that. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But
Yeah,
if they can
it's-
find a way to get it done, but even if they don't, I still like, and I give up Hero before I give up Bam.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
The big three of Dame, Butler, and Bam. I like
It's
that.
formidable. That would be formidable.
It's a
That would
nice.
be
Yeah, I like that.
Mhm. What you
Like,
got,
I
Steve?
think they can work around that.
Yeah. I'm on the same thing he on, man. I think it's gonna be the Heat. You know what I'm saying? I think it's gonna be the Heat. I think he's wanting to go there for a while.
Mhm.
And, you know, they've been flirting, you know what I'm saying, the last, I don't know, like couple weeks, stuff like that on social media and stuff. But now that he's finally requesting a trade like out loud,
Mhm.
like I definitely feel like that's, and I feel like they said that was his preferred, you know, just destination in general. You know what I mean? Like, so I feel like now that he's requesting a trade and putting those 2 and 2 together, like it's gonna be the Heat. But the perfect fit for him, if James Harden was to leave Philly,
Mhm.
and if Dame was to go to Philly with Embiid,
Mm.
like that's something to watch right there. That's
That would
something to
be.
watch. Now I don't know how they would get that done, but like that's some championship material. I still like the superstar point guard and the
Mhm.
center. I still like that dude, like a true center.
Yeah.
Like the best center, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
Mhm.
him and Jokic, you know what I mean? But like, you know what I'm saying? I do like that combination. That's kind of like Murray and Jokic if you look at it. You know what I mean? But I feel like Dame is better than Murray. You know what I mean? So
Absolutely.
I feel like that would be like a crazy, like I feel like that would be the fit. You know what I mean? But I feel like he could probably gonna end up in Miami, like Stack was saying.
Yeah, either one of those destinations like would definitely, you know, upgrade both of those teams. But I don't think he's going to either one. And I think he's going to end up in Boston. Pretty sure what you want.
The C's.
The C's.
Pin that.
So they clearly don't like Brogdon, right? They already tried to trade him. So they want to look to upgrade there. There's a hole at point guard. Okay, adding Dame to Jaylen Brown, Tatum, and Porzingis, and Horford, and Time Lord, and whoever else they add in free agency, like that, like just crown them,
Yeah.
because that's going to be the vet leadership that they need. And those young guys, Tatum and Brown, like all those mistakes they made late in the games, like dang, like you put the ball in his hands, he's gonna make the right play each and every time.
Yeah.
So with that being said, like he's a much better fit in Boston to me. Like they're more like win now. You know what I'm saying? They're more win now. Like they're championship ready. The Miami Heat, they got hot, and you know that's how they got to the finals. They weren't win now though. Championship ready.
But the Miami Heat, they've done it. They've done it twice in 3 years.
They've done it twice in 3 years, and they came up
they've
short
been up
twice
there.
in 3 years.
But they got
I mean,
there.
they've been in the mix.
So
Yeah,
you can't just say they got hot. Because they did it. They've done it twice in 3 years.
Yeah,
And coach, they might have the best coach in the league.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, I think so. But I don't think like without Dame next year, like they're gonna fall by the wayside. Like they won't get back. Not without Dame. They lost like a bunch of important pieces. You know,
Yeah, but I don't think you lose those. I don't think you lose those pieces and give up those pieces and trade those pieces. Like I don't think you do that unless you know you got Dame in the bag.
True.
Like Dame didn't even request the trade until they like made that room for him.
Well, he's been kind of like alluding to it like all summer, you know, with his like IG lives. He's been playing like Welcome to Miami and
Yeah, I
It's
saw
gonna
that.
happen, bro.
Playing that Will Smith in the background.
yeah. So
It's gonna happen. Like, I don't know.
Oh,
Like,
God.
I don't see how it don't happen.
it'll be fun. It'll be fun if he does. But I really do truly think that, you know, everybody's looking right, and I'm gonna look left. I think he's gonna end up in Boston.
And you think he's gonna end up in Boston because that's where he wants to be? Like, he's really just misdirecting us?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because dude, they got all the pieces. They got everything you need for a championship team, man. As long as everybody stays healthy, like that's gonna be the super team.
Give me who they giving up again? Like
Who Boston
giving up in this scenario?
So I think they would give up Malcolm Brogdon.
Brogdon out the gate.
Sign and trade with Grant Williams. They would sign him to a contract.
Grant.
And then ship him out.
Charlotte was looking at Grant.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I mean, I don't. He's like basically another PJ, a bigger PJ Williams.
PJ Washington.
Yeah, Washington.
Yeah.
What PJ Williams from?
Yeah, that's that old Heat guy, ain't it? I don't know, PJ Brown.
PJ.
But go ahead, yeah. But yeah. I saw that he was. I feel like Charlotte trying to get tough with that move, so that's why I saw that. They kind of stood out to me. So you feel like a sign and trade with him?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's gonna do it.
They got some picks too. They got some picks. You know, Boston Ainge loaded up with them, man. So they got some picks. They got some firepower to get it done.
Because I thought you was about to ship Jalen out of there.
Oh nah.
Jalen Brown, like I feel like that's got to be part of that. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Yeah, that one caught me off guard right there. That Boston pick, like that would be crazy.
Yeah. Like I think the numbers could work, man. Like Hero ends up in. I don't think he'd go to Portland. So you definitely have to like maneuver around it, but like I think that for sure, like it's possible he could end up in Boston. So
Gotcha.
All right. Any others? Y'all good?
Well, why we just coming up? Why we just throwing teams out there? Why not damn the Golden State, man?
Oh my God.
Why not?
Who you gonna trade? CP3 or Draymond?
Just got Paul.
I don't know, bro. I thought we were just throwing teams out there, bro. Like Boston, if you get Boston right, you know somebody. Like you got some intel.
Yeah.
Oh, man,
I was thinking that too.
You got some intel.
I just analyze the scenarios, man. I'm like looking at fits and holes.
I got you.
Yeah, great basketball minds. Steve will tell you, man. I win fantasy basketball with them most like every other year, man.
I know that year I played with you.
Oh, in the Yahoo League.
Yeah, I went undefeated.
What y'all play? Rotisserie?
Listen, I went undefeated through the regular season. My first time, I went undefeated through the regular season, through the playoffs, got to the championship, fell asleep, forgot to sub out a player, and lost by like a couple points.
That's a tough one right there.
I haven't been back to fantasy basketball since. I was one and done.
You was the Patriots of that. You was the 08 Patriots of that.
I ran the table with them. I ran the table.
That's tough.
And then lost the big one.
Couldn't get it
done. It don't really count if you don't win it.
It don't.
Yeah,
it don't.
That's right.
All right.
One day we're gonna have to talk a little fantasy when we get closer to football season.
Oh, dude, man, hey, we can definitely, we can turn this into like a fantasy show. Don't get me.
Let me know now.
We can turn it into a general fantasy show and like talk about like our teams and our matchups and stuff like that. I think that'd be dope, bro.
That's my forte. Hey, you know, I done up Vaughn on a couple things, but Vaughn will tell you I got him started on fantasy.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got him started on that. I've been doing this for a long time.
It was like 2010, 2009, something like that.
Oh yeah.
I resisted at first. I was like, man, I ain't got the time for it. And then
you make time for that.
Yeah, you do.
It's fun, bro. That's fantasy where it's at, bro.
You do. Real.
Oh,
you
man, yeah.
got me hooked on it, and I'll never turn back since, man. It's been like,
Oh, yes, sir.
but yeah, we'll
Already.
definitely talk about that for sure. Because I mean, fantasy, we can talk about that all day, man.
Yeah,
It might be a little
definitely.
bit more,
Especially
like,
with all the
January,
different type of leagues and all the different type of strategies you can employ, and
Yes, sir.
you know how things change from week to week.
too.
You know what I mean? Like, I think it could be fun.
For sure. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, we're in a move the needle segment, which is hot takes, and our first one is this guy's been pretty popular like all off season, man. T-Law, Trevor Lawrence, quarterback for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Will he live up to the insane hype this season? And I'll start this off. I think he is going to disappoint. So this doesn't move the needle to me. It's too much hype, man. Like everybody's expecting him to be like the next Brady, and I think that's not reasonable. He's still last year, you know, even though he showed like tangible progress, I think he still like made a lot of young quarterback mistakes. And he's getting older. He's getting older, but I don't think this is the year. He's one more year away before he's like number one in the NFL.
Oh, so you think he'll get there though?
He's gonna get there, but not this season.
Gotcha. Okay, I can step up for the. I feel like he will live up just to the hype, just off the strength of that step that he took last year. It wasn't like a huge step. It was just a step of like having like a formidable coach. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to like, you know, Urban Meyer, whatever, you know, that clown show that he brought down there. You know what I mean? He got Super Bowl winning coach, my guy, Doug Peterson, you know, former Eagle, you know, he won it with a couple years ago, you know, and like I feel like with that coaching, like he took that step and like, you know, the last we saw from T-Law, he was coming back from 27 down to the Chargers. You know what I mean? In the playoffs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like starting off, you know, rough, you know what I mean? First playoff game, starting off rough, throwing 4 interceptions first half, and then like turning it around, like, you know, ending up with 4 touchdowns to lead them back on the comeback. You know what I mean? So like with this guy having, you know, another off season, you know what I mean? Like in the NFL, stuff like that, already a hype, you know, number 1 prospect, all the pedigree and stuff like that, Clemson, everything. And now he got your boy Calvin Ridley coming, who is a true alpha, like, you know, who didn't leave the NFL because of like injury, like no ACL, no Achilles, any of that. Like he got suspended, you know, for a season for gambling. You know what I mean? So as long as he been in the lab, like that's still Calvin. That's still Alabama Calvin right there. You know what I mean? And he was tearing it up with the Falcons. So I feel like T-Law, like that's the reason why he's getting this hype, man, just because of that last game we saw. And plus, you know, the weaponry he got around him. I hate Cam Robinson got suspended, you know, for the gambling thing. Another gambler, you know, on the squad. But, you know, I mean, you know, just a couple games, you know what I mean? He'll be back to it. But I feel like T-Law, he gonna take a step. You know what I mean? I feel like they definitely will be back in the playoffs. You know what I mean? I guess the step will be like, you know, to go to that second round. And I think they may be able to do that, you know, especially in the division that they in. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't the toughest. You know what I mean? You got Houston. You got, who else you got up there? Houston, Indy, and Tennessee. Like, yeah, I mean, you know, give me some T-Law this year. That's for fantasy too. Don't take that.
Okay. So he moves his needle for you. I got you. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, let me answer this question by asking the question first. You said him living up to the hype. Like, how would you define the hype? Because I heard you say eventually he can ascend to the number 1 QB.
Yeah.
Like, is that how you define the hype?
For him this offseason, like if you read the blurbs and look at the sports stations, like they're all saying T-Law, he's gonna take that next step. Like he's gonna do this, he's gonna do that. Like it's
I just want to be sure I know what I'm answering first. So are you asking is like is he gonna be in the upper echelon of QBs? Is that what you're asking?
Yes. Is he gonna ascend into the top?
So what tier? Tier 2,
tier
1?
Burrow, Hurts, Mahomes, Allen.
Into that tier?
Yeah.
What tier was he on last year?
That's a good question. I'd say maybe like tier 2.5, tier 2, tier 3 in that range.
Okay.
He was amongst with Derek Carrs and those kind of guys.
So he was in between 2 and 3.
Yeah.
All right. So I don't know. So he moves the needle.
Mm-hmm.
All right. He moves the needle just because I think he's going to ascend.
Mm-hmm.
I think he ascends between 2 and 3 into between 1 and 2.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think he all the way fully ascends into that top tier.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he's somewhere in between that first tier and that second tier. Who's a solid second tier guy?
Solid second tier guy.
Is that Lamar? Now,
Lamar Jackson.
Oh, if Lamar's a solid second tier guy,
say that, yeah.
Then he's definitely 1.5. He's not Mahomes. He's ahead of Lamar, like those guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's ahead of those guys, but he's behind like Mahomes and those guys.
Yeah.
So he's 1.5.
Okay.
Yeah, I do like the Ridley edition.
Oh yeah.
And then they still got Christian Kirk, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And they still got Zay Jones. They got Zay Jones.
Wait. Hold up. Wait. This dude said Lamar is tier 1. Bruh. Okay. Yeah.
So T-Law got Calvin Ridley to the squad. He got Christian Kirk. He got Zay Jones, and he got Evan Ingram. You know what I mean? Who I think kind of broke out a little bit last year.
For sure.
He did.
I think he's a sleeper. I think he's gonna have somebody that caught people by surprise last year, and I think he'll make even more progress this year. And I think with those weapons and his talent, he's gonna ascend into 1.5. So he's not up to tier 1. So it's kind of like what both of y'all said.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He's not up to tier 1, but he'll get there. But he's not far off. He's 1.5.
Okay. So he moves the needle for you?
Huh?
He moves the needle?
He moves the needle.
Yeah.
He moves the needle.
So let's put some numbers behind it, because I'm getting confused by that tier thing. Which are you saying, Vaughn? Where you saying he'll be ranked, as far as starting quarterbacks this year?
T-Law?
Top 15, top 20.
I'm gonna say the top 10. Let's say there's 3 tiers. 10. I'm gonna say top 10. Okay. Yeah.
Back half of top 10. Back half.
Back half. Yeah.
Okay.
Because we already know the top 5 is
the 8 to 10 range. The 8 to 10 range.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I feel like y'all might be saying the same thing. Is that what you saying? 2 stacks? Or are you saying top 5? Because I'm thinking top 5.
No. I'm not saying top 5. So if I had to put the numbers on it, I would say if I had to put the numbers on it, I'm 8 to 12.
So y'all in the same, y'all basically in the same range.
Somewhere 8 to 12.
Okay.
8.
Yeah,
I think 8 would be his ceiling, and 12 would be his floor.
Got you.
Okay. You can get with that.
That makes sense. I mean, I can rock with that. It depends on what numbers you're looking at.
I think that would fit in the 1.5, in between tier 1 and tier 2.
That's what I was saying. Yeah. Because I'm thinking he can be at least right outside that tier 1. You know what I'm saying? Right around, right behind that group that I just said. Maybe right behind. Maybe if not joining them, right behind that group.
So it sounds like we're all pretty much saying the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. More or less.
Yeah, more or less. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
In different ways.
Yeah. All right. Number 2. All right. Over under 1,300 rushing yards for King Henry. And
over.
Taking over on that?
Yeah, I'm taking over.
Okay. All right.
Why not? He bounced back last year after the Liz Frank injury. If they're gonna keep feeding him the rock, if they don't keep feeding him the rock, I saw no signs of regression last year. So I think he's gonna keep it going. I think he's an anomaly. You know what I mean? Like most of the time you get you've been done seeing regression by this age in most running backs. But he's different. He's different. And over 1,300. They're gonna keep feeding King Henry, and he's gonna keep chugging away, bro. He's gonna keep chugging away.
As long as he stays healthy?
As long as he stays healthy, he's above 1,300.
Okay. All right. What you think, Steve?
I I mean, he's a beast, man. It's gonna take. I don't know what they're gonna have going on at quarterback. I'm assuming it's gonna be Tannehill again, but like it's like the last couple years. Like, okay, this is Henry's yards per carry. You know what I'm saying? Like the last 5 years, he got 4.9 in 18, 5.1 in 19, 5.4 in 20, and then you dropped to 4.3 in 21, which he got injured. He only had 219 carries that year for 937 yards. And then last year, 349 carries for 1538. So that's a 4.4 yard per carry clip. So I feel like as long as go ahead.
I was about to say at the end here he looked just as good like as he did in the middle of the beginning.
He kind of still looking fresh.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's I don't know. I'm thinking right around there. You said 13. That's a great betting line right there. 1,300 yards. Because I'm thinking it's gonna be like, I don't know, 1275, 1325. It's gonna be right there, but it's gonna take a lot of carries. Because they're gonna be gearing up to stop this dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I feel like his yards per carry went up.
They've been gearing up to stop him since 2017.
They have, man. They have.
That's the crazy thing.
But back then, like when he had the crazy yards per carry, that's when he had AJ Brown on his team. Like he had somebody to kind of like, you know what I'm saying, alleviate some of that, you know, drop those safeties back and stuff like that. Like that 4.3 and 4.4, like that's not, I guess in the NFL, like that's about average. You know what I mean? Just YPC. I feel like it's just volume with him now. They're just feeding him the rock. He's not busting off like those ridiculous, you know what I'm saying, those crazy runs no more. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I feel like it'll be right around there. I will say I'll flip a coin and I'll say over by about, 20 yards maybe. Like maybe he get 13, 20.
You talked about having when they had AJ Brown, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Traylon Burks takes a step forward this year.
Oh yeah.
I think he takes a big step forward.
He has to.
They're gonna need him.
Step forward.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
I'm not saying he's AJ Brown, but he takes a big step forward.
Yeah. He's like
it's
pretty
his
much
second year. I can see it. This is second year and stuff like that, but AJ was a monster for him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah. He took that top off. So I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, I feel like that's right there though.
Mm-hmm.
You right there on. That's a great line. I'll just say that. I'll say a little bit over. Good.
What you got, Vaughn?
Yeah. I think that because they have like a new offensive coordinator in place, they're going to change offensive philosophies, and King Henry won't be the centerpiece. Like they're not going to run it on 39 like they have been in like years. Like that's how they were doing, like 39. Give back King Henry. You know what I'm saying? That's how Dominique was, man.
That's rough. Yeah.
So yeah, I see that like going away from him on those long downs, and so I think he's going to be under this year. He's still going to get a ton of touchdowns, but that YPC yards per carry is going to drop down to about 4.0, 3.9 ish. Yeah, unfortunately,
I think because he's not getting as many carries is why he's going to get there. He's going to be fresher.
Yeah, maybe. I think he's going to get more catches this year, though.
Yeah,
maybe. We'll see. It's gonna be interesting to see, man. Like he's going to a pass happy, not happy coordinator. So
but he ain't got no passer though.
They don't. They got. I mean, I like Okonkwo. Like he's he showed that he could get it done in his rookie season, and with tight ends, like they need like at least like.
I'm saying they ain't got nobody to pass him the ball.
Oh, you don't like Tannehill?
I mean, he don't move the needle. If we're going back to the show name and
there you go.
Yeah, true. Yeah, that's what they got. Apparently, Malik Willis has been making some noise. So
I heard about that.
Yeah, that's something to watch there.
Trying to trade him, I think they're trying to get some trade.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
They're talking him up. They're talking him up.
Yeah. One of those guys leaked it. Okay.
Them beat writers. You gotta, the beat writers tough, bro.
Okay. All right. Well, next hot take. Anthony Richardson, the raw but physically gifted specimen of a quarterback, wins the starting gig week 1 for the Colts. And Steve, what do you got for us on that one?
I feel like he is already. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I just feel like he already won it.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted that pick 4. Like when they picked him 4th overall, like that was it. He won that job. You know what I'm saying? I think they got Minshew. I think they your boy Striking. What's his name? Striking. Yeah, they got our old coach, another one of our old coaches. We all over the place.
Yeah, Shane.
You know what I'm saying? Shane Striking. Yeah, I feel like he took Minshew with him. Just to kind of guide him through that offense. But like you take somebody 4th overall, I feel like, and you got that background to where you like help Hurts. Because Hurts was not an accurate quarterback
at all.
You know what I'm saying? So, but last year Hurts was an accurate quarterback, magically. So if you helped Hurts get to that point, like I feel like you're gonna mold this freaking combine animal like record breaker, and you got to get that guy out there and start him, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like Indy, they underperformed last year. Like the year before last, like they went to the playoffs. J Train was rolling, Jonathan Taylor, and they had like a playoff type roster. Nice defense, great O-line. I don't know what happened to O-line last year. They had a great O-line the year before that. You know what I mean? And like, I don't know what happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm feeling like it was Carson Wentz. That's all I'm gonna put it on. That's another old Eagle, but we ain't gonna claim him. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it was all on him. And like, so now you went from Rivers, who got you to the playoffs, you lost in the playoffs, you know what I'm saying, got you on the doorstep. You've been chasing these quarterbacks. You went from Rivers to, Wentz, and now you like, okay, I see this monster in the draft, like, you know what I mean? Like this dude doing, breaking all types of combine records. Like, let's get this guy in here. Let's get the coach in here that's going, the perfect for that particular quarterback, as we see what he did with Hurts, you know what I'm saying? Like Super Bowl record Hurts, like, just a couple months ago. And so, you know what I mean? Like we're going to put all that together and we're going to start this guy week 1, you know what I mean? Because we're trying to win. We got a roster that's built to win. So like, let's get it popping. Let's not waste any time on Gardner Minshew, throwing some slants, you know what I mean? Like let's get this guy out here and let's get it.
Yeah. I have to disagree with you there. If you want to win now, you got to go with the vet and Gardner Minshew, the beard, the fearless one. For what I've been hearing in camp, like it's pretty much the scouting reports on Richardson have been spot on. Like he's inaccurate but physically gifted. And he's not quite ready to. If the Colts want to win now, then he's not ready to do that for them, right? So you got to go with the vet who's been, he played pretty well with the Eagle system last couple of years. I can't remember. He's more of a Minshew's more of a game manager. He's not gonna, cost you a game by throwing a, bad interception or anything like that. I don't know. I feel like right now he's like the best option for them. So I got to go with this. Does not move the needle for me. Minshew week 1. Minshew mania. What you got to say?
Do they have what it takes to win now? I know you say, if you want the best option to win now, but do they have what it takes right now as currently constructed to win now? I think they have room to. I'm gonna go with Anthony Richardson is going to win the starting gig. He's gonna be the QB1 week 1.
Okay.
I think they got room to grow with him. Because I don't know that expectations should be super high for them right now. And if you're surprised, it's great. You know what I mean? But like, they have some nice pieces that are all like, none of them are really like super old like that.
Yeah.
I know Jonathan Taylor is going into his 4th season, but he's still only 24. His first year, he didn't really play all that much. And then last year, he was hurt. You know what I mean? So he doesn't have a lot of tread on his tire yet. You know what I mean? And he's still young. And then you got Michael Pittman. You know, he's like 25. So, like, you know what I mean? Like, he's not old for a receiver by any means.
Yeah.
No.
Their next wide receiver after him is what, Alec Pierce? He's a second year. He's a second-year player. So, he still hadn't even hit his stride yet. They just drafted Downs. They just drafted Downs.
Jinx.
You know what I mean? And they think the wide receiver coach, what's his name? He thought he was the best wide receiver in the draft. Like, he was super excited about Downs.
Yeah,
like, you got a lot of young pieces. I think you have room to grow. I think you can put Richardson out there. Let him work through his mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And shoot for winning in the future, but not like too far off in the future.
Yeah.
Man, they got room to grow.
I gotcha. Yeah. I don't think it's gonna be this year. They definitely have room to grow, but I don't think it's gonna be this year with.
Yeah, but here's the thing though. It's not gonna be this year with Minshew either. That's why I think you might as well put Richardson out there.
They can win more games. They can win more games. We're gonna have to pull a Shannon and Skip and bet a case of Mountain Dew on it.
I feel like do you feel like Minshew is better than Wentz?
That is a great question.
Because I honestly don't know. Like, they both gunslingers to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Man, I'm gonna say yeah, because Wentz, he makes some bonehead mistakes, and man, like he does things like spin around and throws. Hey, I gotta go with Minshew, man. I gotta go with Minshew. All right,
Minshew done some of that in Jacksonville. I don't know if you remember, but he was a wild cat. You know what I mean? But like, I mean, we cleaned him up a little bit just with that line that we got. You know what I'm saying? But like, that dude was a wild cat, man. So I don't know. Well, I mean, I was just wanting to know. I mean, I feel like they're the same team from last year.
But here's the thing, though. You say you win more games. What does that really get you, though? Like, how many more games do you really win to Minshew?
I'm gonna say at least 3 or 4 more games with
I don't know if that's worth it, though.
If you win 3 or 4 more games and make the playoffs, anything can happen in the playoffs. Anything can happen in the playoffs. You get there.
Andy ain't winning at all, bro. Like, there's no chance.
You never know.
Zero chance. No, we know they're not winning at all.
What if Minshew gets them there and then Richardson takes them to the promised land?
Okay. All right, so we can put that Dew on it. However many cases you want to put. I don't even drink Dew, but I'm confident I'm gonna win this bet. Though, so however many cases you want to put on it.
You get it Dew away.
Like, however many cases you win, however many cases you want, we can put it on there. I'll win it, and then I'll gift it to you.
Okay. All right, that's a bet. All right, our last hot take topic. And another rookie quarterback, C.J. Stroud.
Yeah.
For the Houston Texans.
Yeah.
Is going to win the Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Oh,
I like it, man. I like it. I'm going to go ahead and jump in and answer the question.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to go with it. That he is.
You like it?
Yeah. So,
okay.
Like, I remember you asked, which one is going to, which of these rookie quarterbacks is going to be the best. This is several weeks ago.
Yeah.
It's going to be like the best, what I mean? Like, be the best out of the bunch.
Right.
And I didn't really have an answer because I said none of them didn't really move the needle for me. And that might be a good show title because we keep using it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're unintentionally promoting our show.
Yeah.
While we do the show.
I like it.
But anyway. So, C.J. Stroud, since then, he's caught my eye. I like him, bro. I think he got something about him. I like it. I like him. Houston ain't necessarily the best team in the world, but I like his talent. They got a little bit to work with out there. You know what I mean? And I think he's the best of the bunch.
Okay.
I think there's a high probability that it goes to a QB.
Yeah.
And of the ones that have the opportunity to win it, I like Stroud's at CJ Stroud's at the top of my list.
All right. Who you got, Steve? What you think?
I'm gonna say no. Now, see, if we were doing like MVP voting and stuff like that, I feel like that's when they go quarterback. You know what I mean? But I feel like this rookie of the year stuff got some, it's got a little leeway. They give you a little leeway. You know what I mean? I'm gonna take Bijan Robinson. It's just because like I feel like it's like the hanging fruit, honestly. Like with just that Arthur Smith offense, like they had the most rushing attempts last year. Like, think about the team they had last year. Like, it was Cordarrelle Patterson and Tyler Algier, and they didn't even have a running quarterback. And so, like, they ran for what did they run for? The third, I think it was the third most yards last year, behind the Bears and behind the Ravens. And the Bears and the Ravens have two rushing quarterbacks, if you notice. Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I feel like they had Mariota for a little bit, and he ran a little bit, but like they kind of turned to Ritter and stuff like that. But most of that was just like the running backs running the ball. And like they drafted this kid at 8. So like Arthur Smith wants to run that ball, bro. Like, and they might have drafted the best running back prospect. It's been a while. It's like probably since like Saquon, I would say, at least. You know what I'm saying? And they saying that he's probably gonna be a little bit better than him. So I feel like they're gonna give him that ball. And I feel like that may be a runaway. You know what I mean? We'll see about CJ Stroud. You know what I mean? We'll see about him down there, see what he can do behind that line, what he can do with the weapons that he has. I know Mechie is coming back and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the guy that I know is gonna get some work as a rookie in this running back market that's very disrespected and everybody's low on that. You gotta use these guys up early. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna go with him getting about 400 touches, probably get about 350 carries at least. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna take Bijan.
All right.
Oh yeah,
that's a good call. With CJ Stroud, I feel like he's got the keys to the Mercedes. Or, I'm not comparing the Texans to a Mercedes.
Yeah,
they're more like a Kia right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I do think that my man's he's got some decent weapons around him. He's got some innovative coaches. So I think that the ball's in his court. All he has to do is perform. He's a dual threat QB. So, he's going to get you some yards on the ground and in the air. He's going to get you some big plays. So I'm going to have to agree with Stack here, and I can't believe I just said that. So
you struggle when you have to do that. When you have to do that, you struggle.
So he moves the needle. He's gonna get that offensive rookie of the year.
So here's the thing. When I said the rookie of the year, I feel like it's a high probability that it will go to a QB. Not necessarily. I agree with it. With MVP voting, typically does go to a quarterback, and they got more leeway for rookie of the year. But this big three, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like this big three has been much talked about. Bijan has 2 because running back market, he went high in the draft in the first round.
Crazy. Top 10.
And that's kind of like unheard of in this day and age with the running back market being what it is.
Yeah,
he's super talented, but I think Von nail on the head with CJ Stroud. Why I think it's going to be him. I think it's going to be a QB just because of this big 3 class has been talked about like it has been. But I think it's going to be Stroud because, and I talked about this in previous episodes. Like Stroud is and Von just said this, he's a dual threat. So like he gonna run that rock and he gonna get it through the air. You know what I mean? So he gonna do, in a sense, what Bijan is gonna do. He's gonna do a lot of running. You know what I mean? But he's also going to have the opportunity to pass that rock with decent, not great, but decent weapons.
Yeah.
And like if he accomplishes both of those to a decent level, a respectable level as far as numbers wise, he's got the edge.
Yeah. Bijan, man, he's on another level, man. I was looking at his highlights. Dude's an animal, man. He's got quick feet, super shifty. He's definitely gonna be a contender. He's gonna be up there.
Bro, they got a good offensive line, bro. Like,
yeah,
they gonna run the ball. Like, I mean, it seemed like hanging fruit to me. But y'all, y'all on the quarterback train. I would say does Bryce Young have better weapons than C.J. Stroud and a better offensive
Bryce Young
line?
has DJ Sharp, Adam Thielen, and that rookie Mingo.
Yeah,
Hayden Hurst.
And then C.J. Stroud has Robert Woods. He has Nico Collins, and he has what?
We got Mechie too.
Mechie, yeah.
It's probably about even.
Yeah.
What about and then they got Pierce.
Oh man, you know what? Like Adam Thielen is like a running back though in the red zone, man. Like that's all he do is catch touchdowns in the red zone for real.
Thielen, yeah. If he can still do it, but I feel like his veteran leadership. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I feel like he can he's gonna help your boy out a lot. But I was just thinking, just the Panthers' offense in general was better than that of the Texans. But maybe I don't know. Maybe it's comparable. Panthers got Sanders now too. You know what I'm saying?
I think it'll come down to the line on who's better.
Offensive line.
Yeah. That's a good point.
That's a good point.
All right. Anything else on that topic, or you guys ready to move on to the closing remarks?
Oh man, we're gonna say that other topic for the next one.
Yeah. We'll save that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Getting late.
Yeah. I know. Yeah. Everybody got stuff they need to do, man.
I'm gonna let y'all go with the closing remarks if y'all got something.
Yeah, I got something. NBA Summer League starts next week.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah, super excited. I think it starts tomorrow, matter of fact. I think I saw the Heat and the Lakers Summer League teams play tomorrow.
And I seen that they expect what's my boy from Oklahoma City Thunder.
Oh, Chet.
They expect Chet to play. That's the expectation. You know what I mean? And Wemby's supposed to play too, am I right?
Yeah. I think
Scoot?
Yeah, I definitely heard he was going to play.
Scoot's supposed to play.
It's gonna be lit. The
it's gonna be
Thompson boys, it's gonna be lit. I can't wait.
Oh yeah,
I'm excited.
Any other closing remarks?
Nah.
Good to go.
Good,
All right, smooth. Well, appreciate you guys tuning in. Appreciate you guys joining us, and we back with another episode next week. We're gonna hit this chat and talk about the format, because that fantasy, I feel like it's gonna be the go-to. Just talking about fantasy.
I see you got a little excited when it started.
Yeah, his eyes lit up, man. His eyes lit up.
I've been thinking about it, man. And we was talking about that for like a couple years ago, doing our own little fantasy thing, for real.
Podcast.
It's fun, and we know fantasy, so why not? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
fantasy football, basketball. We used to do baseball, but I don't do that anymore. It's been around so much.
So it's a lot going on with that.
Gotta get that going, man.
Oh yeah.
Make it unique in our own way. I know it's a few fantasy, podcasts and shows out there. You know what I mean? But like, I think we can do it in our own way, make it a little different from what's already out there.
Yeah, I got some ideas. Too. So yeah, we'll talk. Well, you guys don't have anything else, man. I appreciate you guys, and we will see you guys next week.
Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Oh, somebody just coming in. Oh, what's up, Angel? You just joined right at the end. Appreciate you guys. Peace.
I know.